Hello, friends. Today we are going to read the book Sammy, the Classroom Guinea Pig by Alex Berenzi. Sammy had his own little house. Inside was a soft blue sock. He liked to take naps on it. The sock had a hole in it, but Sammy did not mind. The house had two doors, one to run in and one to run out. Sometimes he ran in the outdoor and out the indoor. Sometimes he slept on the roof. Sammy felt safe knowing he had a place to hide. Sammy had a big cage to scamper about in. His food bowl was always filled with fresh guinea pig pellets. He had a hay to chew on, water to drink, and a round block of salt to lick. Sammy liked his home. Sammy stood up on his hind legs, a difficult trick for a guinea pig to take the carrot. Sammy couldn't read a clock, but he always knew when Miss B, the teacher, would arrive. Every morning she brought him her treat, but today she was late. Weep! Sammy squeaked in greeting when she finally appeared in the doorway. Yes, yes, I hear you, Sammy, said Miss B. She was thinking of all the things she had to do. She hurriedly offered him a piece of carrot. Guinea pigs have individual tastes. Sammy liked many kinds of fruits and vegetables. Miss B's class had learned that Sammy's favorite treat of all was cantaloupe rind. Like most guinea pigs, he loved freshly cut grass. In warm weather, the children would bring him a great bunch, sometimes with dandelions. They were careful, though, not to bring him grass from the roadside where it could be polluted by cars or other animals, or from a lawn treated with chemicals. Sammy heard the voices of children in the hall. They burst into the classroom, all talking loudly. Weep! Weep! Cried Sammy happily, adding to the din. Everybody settle down! Cried Miss B. Soon all the students were sitting in their seats and watching Miss B write on the blackboard. Sammy watched too, but as the lesson began, Sammy felt something bothering him. It bothered him more and more and more. At last he couldn't contain it no longer. Weep! He shrieked at the top of his lungs. He sprang onto the roof of his house. Weep! Weep! He cried again. He leaped off and began to run, kicking wood, shaving everywhere. Miss B stopped writing on the blackboard. For heaven's sake, she exclaimed. What's the matter, Sammy? Weep! Weep! He squealed, speeding in circles around the cage. Another burst of shavings fell to the floor. All the children turned around in their seats. What's the matter, Sammy? They cried. Miss B and her student gathered around the cage. Sammy stopped scurrying and let the teacher pick him up. She lifted him with two hands, careful to support his heavy hindquarters. Sammy found himself nose to nose with the teacher. What's the matter? She demanded. Weep! Sammy shrieked. Everyone loved Sammy and was worried. Is he sick? Asked Robbie. When guinea pigs don't feel well, they usually sit quietly with their fur puffed up. Miss B explained. His appetite is good. There's no wetness around his eyes or nose, which would also tell us if he were sick. He looks fine to me, she said, mystified. Is he afraid or something? Asked Eric. If Sammy were frightened, his instincts would tell him to run into his house and be very quiet. So I don't think he's afraid, the teacher reasoned. I have taught you to talk softly and be gentle when you play with him. That way he won't be afraid of us. He will think of us as his friends. Maybe something is hurting him, Miss B, said Lisa, worried. Well, let's take a look, responded the teacher. Sammy felt himself being lowered onto the table. Miss B lifted up each of his little ears and looked into them. He felt her fingers parting his fur to reveal his skin. He wished she would scratch him under the chin instead. He liked that. Do you see any red marks or bald spots? She asked the class. That would tell us if Sammy had a skin problem. Now that could make him upset, but Sammy's skin looked perfectly healthy. Because we keep his cage nice and clean, it's unlikely he would have that problem. I can't imagine why he was screaming so, the teacher confessed. Sammy decided he didn't like them looking through his fur anymore. He began to make unhappy noises, small irritated squeals and squeaks. Will he bite? Asked Tanisha nervously. Most guinea pigs don't bite, replied Miss B. They bite only if they are very frightened. She let Sammy go, and he immediately stopped complaining. He began to waddle around the tabletop, sniffing the surface. What? Sammy chuckled as he went. That's his exploring sound, said Miss B. Sammy was enjoying himself. He liked to explore new things. Sammy made his way to Maria and touched her nose with his. That's how guinea pigs recognize and greet each other, explained Miss B. Toot, tut, tut, teet, toot. Sammy blurbed in soft musical tones. That means he's happy, she said. Sammy was glad when Maria picked him up and cuddled him. Her sweater was soft and warm. Miss B, I think I know what's wrong with Sammy, Maria said. I think it's because today is Monday. What? Everyone exclaimed. Sammy was alone all weekend, Maria explained. I think he's glad to see us. He wants our attention, that's all. Miss B studied the little guinea pig. Sammy, she said sternly, is this true? Is that what's the matter? Maria set Sammy down on the table and everyone gathered closer. Sammy felt someone scratch his chin. He scrunched up his nose in pleasure. Toot teet tut, he chuckled happily. All his friends were back.